Hey folks, what's going on? Gavin Coyne here from Hybrid Strength and Fitness. And this is going to be part one of well, it could be two or three parts. I don't know yet. I'll know when I'm done, as I say. So this is part one of a short video series I'm going to do about cost. Um, the cost of training in hybrid strength and fitness, the cost of not training in hybrid strength and fitness, the cost of not training at all, the cost of wasting your time, the cost of wasting other people's time, the cost of wasting every minute and every day of your life. You kind of see where I'm going with this. I'm sitting down mainly because I'm having a bit of a stretch here, but also when I'm standing up, I usually get hyped up pretty easily, so I don't want to do that because this topic's pretty important. That's also why I'm doing it in a couple of videos, so you can watch a video, come back, or watch it, come back then as well. And it's great to see the other videos are getting actual views as opposed to just me filming them then as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is the cost of not spending your time properly. So 168 hours in a week, okay? And what you do with them is up to you. Many a time I've often uttered, oh, if only I had more time. Sometimes I meant it, and other times it was just because it's a fun phrase to utter. It gives the impression that you're busy. Now, on a side note, there's a big difference between being busy and being productive, okay? So, like I said, there's 168 left. Take away how much you sleep, take away if you're on work, part-time, full-time, shift work, whatever it is, take away, travel time to and from work, travel time, dropping the kids to school, all that kind of stuff. Um, all those different things. So subtract them all away, and then you end up left with basically like you're spending money pretty much. How much time you have to work with and to play with as time goes on. So you know, it's there's plenty of time out there. It's just what you do with it. If you find me pausing a lot, it's because it's a trick to make me stop saying "m" so much. It's you take a pause and catch your breath and then go on from there. Anyways, so the cost of training here is all relative to what you consider the cost of your health, your fitness, and achieving your goal. Yes, we do big picture stuff in terms of looking at right what you want to achieve in the long term. But the reality is, I'm setting people daily goals, as in I just need you to get this right today. Tomorrow we'll worry about something else, and the day after that we'll worry about something else. Because over the past 8 years, I've noticed that in a small percentage of cases, people can stick to that long-term, big goal focus. And that might be you, and if it is, fantastic. We'll map out the biggest, most detailed plans you've ever seen in your life, and we'll crush it. If you're like me and you just need to focus on the here and now, give me something to focus on for the next 6 hours and away we go. We do that too. It's actually more so what we specialize in terms of, okay, you come in, this is your workout today, this is your session today, this is what's part of your plan, you do this. When you're leaving, we give you your goal for the next 24, 48 hours, depending on when we see you next. It's a lot more manageable because think about it, guys, for a second, realistically. We're taking you from a place of no exercise, very little exercise. Maybe you do exercise, but you're just arsing around. We're taking you from that place and we're bringing you to a place where we're coaching, educating, teaching, rebuilding your old habits, building some new habits. We're taking you there, and again, we can't. It's such a quantum leap. It's such a huge jump, and if you try and make that jump all at once, there's this massive shock effect. It's like when you have a bucket of ice cold water thrown over you, you jump in the deep end, and you go. Your body gets that effect then as well, where it just kind of goes into shock. So the cost of it all is all relative. What I want to talk about now is what's the cost of not training here? What's the cost of training somewhere else, somewhere where you're not getting coached, where you're not getting educated, where you're not getting held by the hand? And that's not a bad thing. Some people go, we don't hold your hand as if it's something as if you get a goddamn blue Peter badge for it. We have to hold your hand to start with because we don't want you to fail, we don't want you to wobble, we don't want you to fall. I have to hold my hand sometimes. I know it's weird, I hold my own hand, but I need to. I have other people to hold my hand as I go through certain things. But when the time is right, and it's a case of having to put up or shut up, then it's all on you. Then it's all on me. When the time is right, we won't hold your hand anymore. Okay? So that's the first thing you got to think of. What's the cost of not training here but training somewhere else? Training in a big box gym where you're just another number, where you're just another statistic, where you're not getting the attention, you're not getting the education, you're not getting the results. That's what we do it for. We do it for results. And when I say results, I don't necessarily mean being bigger, being smaller, being faster, being stronger. You know, I want to get stronger because I want that euphoric feeling it gives me. It's like the old phrase, you know, nobody wants the 10-inch drill bit. They don't even want the hole that the drill bit creates. They don't want the nail that goes into the hole. They don't want the picture that goes on the nail that went into the hole that you got from the drill bit. But they want the feeling they get, or the sensation, or, you know, the image that they get when they see that picture on the wall in that room. And that's it, you know. At the end of the day, that's what we read. That's what the result is. It's it's not the thing. It's the thing. It's not even the thing that the thing does. It's the thing that happens when the other thing does the thing it's supposed to do. You might want to watch that bit back again. It'll make more sense. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to wrap it here. This is part one. It's just over 6 minutes, so we're going to kind of knock it on the head here. So what I want you to take away from this video is, what is the cost of not training a hybrid strength and fitness, but training somewhere else where you're not getting educated, you're not getting personal training, you're not getting looked after? All right, see you in the next bit. Bye.